My name is Ashley Daly, and I just graduated with a Master's of Museum Studies from the George Washington University here in Washington, D.C. My concern for the future of museums is the storage of digital information, which could include catalog information, digitized files, design files, emails, any of those things that would be digital. And so my first concern with the storage of digital information is security. I think in the future there'll be more computer viruses. I think security will be a big issue. I don't think that there'll be any computer viruses that are specifically targeted towards museums, but I think the chances that a museum could be have a casualty or be a casualty of a computer virus will be greater in the future. And so I think it's extremely important that museums back up their important digital information, which brings me to my second concern, which is backing up information can be time-consuming, it can be expensive. For a large museum, the sheer volume of information that needs to be backed up can be overwhelming. For a small museum, the time, having the manpower, and the money to be able to effectively back up all the important information can be a daunting task for them. But it's, I think, a very important thing that needs to be done by all museums. This brings me to my third concern, which is once we have all this backed up data, what happens in the future when DVDs are no longer used by us and we don't have DVD players, or the DVD gets scratched and the information can't be retrieved? What happens if the hard drive goes bad and is corrupted and it's after sitting on the shelf for 20 years? What happens with programs we're not using anymore? So if we've created a script in Word, what if we're not using Word anymore? Design files, what happens if we're not using the Creative Suite anymore and we're not able to access those things? Or even for registrars, what happens if we've moved on and for some reason we can't access that information anymore? So I think advances in technology are wonderful, but I think that we have a whole new set of issues that we're going to be dealing with in the future. And if we can work together as museums to create a good strategy to make sure that we can still access all this information in the future, it'll be a wonderful thing.